One of the harshest realities of being a full-time creator, like a photographer, filmmaker, graphic designer, things like that, is that it's not always the glamorous travel. It's not always doing these amazing, exciting photo shoots. A lot of times it's admin work. It's the behind the scenes, the office stuff that if you don't do, you're going to go out of business because you're not going to have money, you're not going to send invoices, you're not going to send out proposals, and your business is going to fizzle, fade, and die. Now, word of mouth is an amazing way to get business, but you have to follow through, and that's the stuff that I don't really enjoy. But being disciplined as a person, as a creator, it's absolutely critical. So if you're wanting to do this full-time photo and filmmaking thing, I want to encourage you to before you take that leap, begin to assess kind of where you are as an administrator, as someone that can handle just like the menial, boring tasks that everybody has to handle, whether it's sending emails, responding to text messages, answering your phone. Those, when you begin to assess those things, you're going to see where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and if you're anything like me, you're going to realize that you're actually a little better at it than you thought you were. Because for the longest time, I've always been like the big picture person and never really the super like granular detail person. But in this business, I have to be both, right? I have to have the big vision, but I also have to be able to execute it and all the pieces that go into executing that vision for me, for the client, for whatever it is I'm doing. So before you take the leap into full-time photo and filmmaking, I want to encourage you, begin to think about what your strengths are in terms of an administrator. And if they're just not great, you can train yourself to be a little better. Just give yourself some small, like, habit-forming disciplines, and that'll improve that. But also, if it's just one of those things, just pure drudgery, then I'd encourage you to let that be your first hire. Don't necessarily go out and hire an editor because you can do the editing yourself, but go out and hire an office manager. Hire somebody who can take the load off of you administrative wise, so that you don't have to do all those things, but you can still get all those things done. So that's just a little quick tip for you to, like, I've been doing this this morning. So it's currently 12:25. I left my house about 8:30 or so, right around 8:30, and got to the coffee shop, started doing some work. And so I've been here since like 8:45, and I'm just now leaving. I'm getting fresh air for the first time since I walked into this coffee shop. And so now I get to actually go and do some shooting, which I'm super excited about. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I had to do all of this work so that I could afford to go and shoot. Does that make sense? So you have to do the office administrative stuff, because if not, then you're not going to get paid. You're going to forget to send invoices, and you're just going to be like, what happened? I've been doing all this work, but you're effectively going to be working for free. So don't do that to yourself. Set yourself up for success. Find a good rhythm that works for you. For me, I knock out the boring stuff in the morning so that I can do the fun stuff later. All right, that's it. Love you. Bye.